Hello, and welcome to my final project video. My name is Stephen Walters, and today I'm going to be walking you through my software design system project. What my project does is it focuses on an e-commerce platform that is designed to enhance the product browsing, cart management, and the checkout performance for a customer using an e-commerce platform. This presentation is going to cover a couple different things. First one being the problem statement, as well as the business and non-functional requirements. Then I'm going to go ahead and jump into the actual document itself, show off some of the diagrams, including the use cases, and stuff such as the skeleton classes and a lot of different things that relate to this project. So to start off, the goal of this project is to really just create a clear and scalable architecture that can really just serve as a blueprint for anybody that might interact with or be relevant in the creation of a e-commerce platform. So anyone between stakeholders or anyone on the development team. So to start off, I want to take a look at the problem statement as well as, like I mentioned, some of the non-functional requirements. So what this e-commerce platform does is it aims to solve a common problem for online retailers and customers. So we really just want to provide an efficient, user-friendly way for customers to be able to browse products, add them to their shopping cart, and make a quick and easy checkout process. Really just making the experience better for everyone. So our business requirements include allowing customers to browse products with search and filter functionality, add items to a cart, perform a secure and accurate checkout, and as well send the customer a notification, and as well maintaining analytics for business decisions, just making sure everything runs smoothly. And then moving on to the non-functional requirements, some of these include the system scalability to be able to handle high traffic, secure authentication and payment processing, fast response times for browsing and checkout, and as well as maintainable code through modularity and clear documentation. So now what I'm going to do is actually switch over to the document itself. And here we'll scroll through and we'll see that there are actually three different use cases that we're going to focus on. The first one being browse products, which is all about customers being able to search and filter through products. Then we have the add to cart use case, which allows customers to add items to their cart and manage quantities. And then there is finally the checkout use case, which is where customers are able to finalize the order, complete the payment, and receive a notification for a successful checkout. So all of these use cases have been detailed with the main scenario steps as well as special requirements and a couple diagrams as well, just to really help map those out a little bit better. But scrolling down, I want to tackle the domain model. So here I can scroll out a little bit. So what this domain model is showing is it's showing the key entities and their relationships within the platform. So some of these entities include the customer, a product, the cart, order, and the payment. So how these relationships show is their real world interactions. So how a customer has a cart and how the cart contains products. And this model is independent of any specific technology and forms. It's really just about the foundation of the system design. And then if I scroll down a little bit more, we have the design class diagram. So what this is really just showing the classes, their attributes, and methods necessary for system functionality. So, for example, if a customer class has attributes such as their customer ID, their name, their email, and methods such as logging in or browsing a product, you can find this all here. This design class also shows things such as the product class contains product ID, name, price, stock quantity, and just as well anything relevant to the product. And then going back up to our use cases, we can see here towards the bottom of each use case the sequence diagram. And what these sequence diagrams are is they capture the interactions between objects and how each use case would use them. So for example, for the browse products, it's going to show the customer requests a product list, the system asks the database, and then logs that browsing activity. For the add to cart, this sequence will then include checking the inventory, updating the cart, and once again logging that action. And for the checkout one that we can see down here, the system is going to ask payment processing, inventory updates, order creation, send out notifications, and once again, log all of that activity. We really want to focus on logging activity just to make sure everything is functioning properly and make sure everything has a smooth flow. And then if we scroll down a little bit more, we are introduced to a couple other diagrams. First one being the component diagram and the deployment diagram. And what this component diagram does is it depicts the system's physical components, such as the cart or browsing. And by separating these functionalities, it helps make maintainability easier to follow within the actual system itself. And below is the deployment diagram. And what this shows is how the system is deployed in the cloud, in this example using AWS. And some of the components include web portal and mobile portal, database hosted by RDS, and another one is logs and analytics stored within AWS CloudWatch. So this is just a nice way to break down some of the deployment required for the system. And scrolling down just a little bit more, we have our skeleton classes. So what these skeleton classes do is they outline the structure of our main entities and their service classes with key attributes and method signatures. And below these skeleton classes, we have the database tables. And what these do is they reflect the classes, including relationships and data integrity. So, for example, the cart product table handles the many relationships between the carts and products, and the payment table stores transactional informations linked to orders. And with that, I want to take it back to the PowerPoint itself, just to wrap up a little bit. So in conclusion, this e-commerce platform is just a way to provide a scalable and secure system to support browsing, cart management, and once again, the checkout functionality within an e-commerce platform. Um, with the combination of UML diagrams, skeleton classes, database tables, and different design patterns, it helps ensure clarity for developers, analysts, and stakeholders. Once again, anybody who might be relevant in the process of this platform becoming live. So I just want to thank you for watching this walkthrough of my software system.